Hello and welcome. I'm glad everybody could join us. Today, I'm really excited to get to talk to everybody about my favorite program, Beyond Our Sight. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll be describing what makes the program unique, what we do, who we are, and how it can help you. I'm Ryan. I'm one of the sighted administrators with Beyond Our Sight. And I'm excited about today because it's one of the times where I finally get to talk a lot. But usually who's doing most of the talking is our amazing superstar premier host, Paloma Marquez. Paloma, are you with us?
Hi, Ryan. Yes, I sure am. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special program. I'm really excited in sharing with you all a bit about Beyond Our Sight. But of course, I believe who could do it better than us, other than the owner, the co-founder, the man, our friend, Scott Garrett. So please stay tuned to hear a little about what Beyond Our Sight is all about.
Here we go. Let's go ahead and watch a short video that'll give a quick overview, as we said, from our owner and founder. Here we go.
Let's say you were to wake up tomorrow morning and you lost your sight.
What is Beyond Our Sight? In a word, we're empathy. We create an adaptive experience where the participants take center stage and they are part of the performance. The program hosts, they're blind and visually impaired, and the participants, they perform without the use of their vision.
At this time, we are going to do the food challenge.
These tasks challenge participants in a new and unique way.
I need you guys to work as a team and add up the sum of your coins.
And our Q&A with the blind and visually impaired brings a new level of awareness to the sighted participants.
How do you manage getting around?
The combination of reality and need to adapt creates an unparalleled environment of awareness, inclusion, diversity, and teamwork.
We each have to contribute, so 6 of us.
We then use Zoom to create our experience in a virtual environment. We were amazed at how impactful our program was on this platform and how well it supported our content and goals. We then used the platform to connect worldwide, exposing our blind or visually impaired host to participants internationally, creating a global connection to empathy. The greatest thing about our offering is the employment opportunity for the blind or visually impaired.
Embrace the darkness. Embrace the dark.
Well, there we have it, folks who are just joining us. We just got a little overview of Beyond Our Sight from our founder and owner, Scott Garrett. And I think he covered all of our bases. So that's it, folks. Thanks for joining us, and have a great one.
Okay, wait, Ryan. I know Scott was very informative and he shared the heart and soul, the mission to our program, but hey, I think we should share a little bit more in what the program is all about.
I guess so. We've got time. So hello again, for those just joining us. My name's Ryan. Paloma and I are going to be telling you about this amazing program. As you saw before, Beyond Our Sight is a live empathy-based team building program in which a group of participants are led through a series of challenges that challenge communication, teamwork, understanding, empathy, all of these things. However, there's 2 catches. The first is that all of our participants, as you may have noticed before, are blindfolded. But most importantly, what makes Beyond Our Sight really unique is our amazing team of hosts who lead each experience. And there's really nobody better to talk about that than our premier superstar #1 host, Paloma. So Paloma, what did you tell us about the team that makes Beyond Our Sight so incredible?
Sure, definitely. And Ryan, thank you. I love the sound of superstar, but I guess we're all superstars. I have to say that I love the team that I work with. The co-hosts are amazing. I have to say, we are not paid actors. Everything we share is reality. And of course, I can brag all day long about our co-host, but why don't we give y'all a sneak peek of these amazing co-hosts? that I have to say each one is visually impaired or totally blind. So go ahead, Ryan, let us share, our team to everyone.
Absolutely. Let's learn more.
Hi, my name is Paloma Marquez. I lost my sight when I was 31 due to an autoimmune disease called Volkoyunai Harada. I lost my sight not knowing what was wrong with me. Many of my friends and family have asked me, what is my experience like being visually impaired? And what do I see? The best way I can describe it, it's like I've entered a new world of many adventures. You never know what's yet to come. You never know what you're going to run into. Literally, you guys, you never know what you're going to run into. What do I see? Well, it's like I've entered a room that's completely dark. Sometimes I may slightly see a beam of light, whether it's from a light bulb, a window, or sunlight. But no, I cannot see your hand in front of my face, and I cannot count how many fingers you have up. What I have come to realize is I still have my other senses. I can still taste, I can still feel, I can still smell, and I can still hear. So there's no need to yell. I'm just blind.
Hi, I'd like to start today by introducing myself and sharing a little bit about me. My name is Melissa Reyna, and I am legally blind. I have an eye condition called retinopathy of prematurity. I have a daughter who is now 27 years old. She's doing really well for herself, so I am proud of her. I have 2 degrees. One is in electrical engineering of technology, and the other is culinary arts as a pastry chef. Recently, I had to close down my brownie business here in Houston due to the pandemic, but I was in business for 10 years and I had really great customers like Chevron, Oxy Oil Company, Exxon, and even Microsoft.
Hello, my name is Mark Castro, and I am completely blind. I lost my eyesight roughly 12 years ago. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when that happened because it was a slow process. At a very young age, my parents noticed I was squinting a lot and doing weird things with my eyes, and I was struggling in school. So they sought out a specialist, and I was diagnosed with cataracts. And for a 13-year-old kid, that is very uncommon. Because my mother and father were so attentive and noticed I had a problem, I was able to excel in music and even get my driver's license at the age of 18. They made all this possible, and I love them very much for that. One of the things I really miss is seeing faces, my family, my friends, and I do miss driving. I do miss that. I miss being able to drive myself to the store. If I really put my mind and my heart into it, there's not much I can't do. Every day I wake up, it's like a new challenge, but new challenges brings new achievements.
Well, there you are. That is our team of hosts. I have to say I'm really proud and I am really happy working with this amazing team due to the fact that everyone works really united together and find a unique way to share their personalities, their experience, and take this Beyond Our Sight to another level. Through Beyond Our Sight, we're able to welcome each one of you to our unsighted world in a very dynamic way. So, Ryan, what else do we have to share for them today?
Well, Paloma, I'm so glad you asked. What we've seen so far is a little bit about who we are. However, I want to take some time to talk about what it is that we do with this amazing team, as opposed to what we're experiencing now. And again, thanks to those who are just joining us. Beyond Our Sight is an interactive live experience. What we will, with this incredible team of hosts, we take our participants in our live events through a series of challenges. Now, these challenges are customizable and they change from event to event. But each one of them has at its heart the host that you just met and a few different components that we like to include that help get people used to communicating in a whole new way. And again, Beyond Our Sight is not a lecture series, but we allow some of the education portions of the program to come out through some live segments. Do you want to introduce the introduction or should I just go for it, Paloma?
Sure. Actually, the introduction is basically an icebreaker. And actually, I find it quite interesting because this is where we start seeing all the emotions that are going on due to the fact that everyone's stepping out of their comfort zone. Everyone at this time is already blindfolded and it's entering a new world. So yeah, it's very interesting how everything happens during introductions.
There's a great setup, Paloma. In just a moment, we're going to take a look at, we've seen some clips, but in just a second, we're going to see a real portion of what actually happens in a live Beyond Our Sight event. This would be our introduction challenge, and this is one of the standard features that we love to use in our programs just to get people accustomed to a new reality. So let's take a look.
Well, I do have to also say that Beyond Our Sight will also provide you with a unique experience through a series of exercises and challenges. So I hope you guys are ready. Hold on to your blindfolds because we are about to begin. We're going to start with our first exercise, which is introductions. Everyone has met me. Now it's time for me to meet you. So I'm simply going to ask everyone to coordinate as a team and introduce yourselves to me in order by birthday, starting from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, using only the month and date. Now, in addition, I'm also going to ask you to share with me 1 or 2 words that describe exactly how you're feeling in this moment, being blindfolded and in complete darkness. Okay, so again, once you announce your name, you will introduce yourself by birthday and share 1 or 2 words that describe how you're feeling in this moment, being blindfolded in complete darkness. All right, team, are you guys ready for your introduction?
Yes,
Yeah.
ready.
Awesome, then you may begin.
Do we have to figure out amongst us who has the first birthday?
I've got a January 13th. Can anyone beat that?
No.
No. All right, I'll go first then. My name is Gabe Schoonover, and I'm feeling focused, but a little bit concerned I'm going to knock over a glass of water that I didn't take off my desk.
Well, good luck with that, Gabe.
Thank you.
I think Dana's next.
No,
Kelsey.
I'm December.
Oh, okay, so it's Kelsey.
No, Carl, we're 3 or 4 days apart.
You're right. Okay, I'm next. August 6th.
Oh, no, wait a second. I've got a June birthday.
Oh, okay, Catherine. That's right. I forgot you were on the call too. Sorry.
So this is Catherine, June birthday, June 14th, Flag Day. And how I'm feeling is very curious about what I might be capable of doing despite the lack of vision at the moment.
All right, well, welcome, Catherine.
I like your sweater, Catherine.
I believe we all do.
My favorite color.
Just
Jenny,
to confirm, everybody is blindfolded.
Yes, he's observant from earlier in the call, I think.
Some of our comedy doesn't quit, even blindfolded.
It's special senses. My name is Carl Francisco. Right now, I'm feeling really calm. This is probably the calmest I've felt in a long time with the blindfold on. I feel like I don't have to work right now and I can go to sleep.
Okay, well, don't go to sleep just yet, Carl.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
All right, my name is Kelsey Willoughby, and I'm feeling, like Catherine said, very curious or just interested, but I also have a little bit of anxiety kind of underneath, just again, having the sight taken away. It feels a little uncomfortable.
Okay, well, hello, Kelsey.
I think I'm bringing up the rear. Hello, I'm Dana Lorenz. My birthday is December 18th, so coming up, I guess, shortly. And I'm feeling a bit anxious myself. I was going to say panicked, but I thought that might be a little bit melodramatic because I am an absolute klutz and I'm sure I'm going to knock something over or stick my hand in my sort of liquidy, not liquidy treat. So we'll see how that goes.
You're regretting your snack, Dana.
No, well, actually, it's funny. Food choice wise, all the suggestions are not actually on my diet, but I'm busting my diet open for this session.
Awesome. Well, sounds exciting. All right. Well, good to know all the emotions that are going on around right now. And well, now I'll tell you that now I'm feeling ready to move on to the next segment.
No, Paloma, no. I'm also feeling ready to move on to the next segment. I'm just glad we were able to capture that perfect example of a standard introduction challenge. When I say standard, I mean that this was customized for a team, as you saw, that knows each other very well. It involves an extra layer of meaning, a little bit deeper than some of our introductions, which we would do and can customize for many of our clients are using the Beyond Our Site program for onboarding to introduce new teams and get people to know each other. So we might not go quite as deep with something like that. This is just an example of one of the types of segments that can go into our fully customizable live Beyond Our Site programs. And we're really proud of this segment. But throughout the program, what we believe really makes Beyond Our Site unique is something that we call the aha moments, which are laced throughout the program, but nobody can talk about an aha moment better than Paloma. Paloma, why don't you explain?
So it's my turn to explain. Okay. Well, the best way that I can explain it, the aha moment is basically a bridge from your sighted world into our unsighted world. After each challenge, we try to relate it to something that we do on a daily basis in the unsighted world. This is a moment of reflection and awareness. And yes, every host has their own experience to share after each aha moment, which, like I said, actually takes the Beyond Our Site program to another level, which I guess creates a greater bond between the host and the participants.
And what we get to see in that introduction segment, the aha moment typically involves using or adapting to not having visual cues. As you can see, the participants in that segment are still trying to nod or do things that are standard for an online meeting in particular, but at a Beyond Our Site event, that's not an option, so we have to learn a new way to do it. All of the segments in a Beyond Our Site program can be customized for different sizes, different goals, different tasks. However, the culmination of all of this, where we believe that the true payoff comes, is what we call, it's absolutely our favorite segment across the board, but we call it the Q&A section, which we will hopefully have a short version of at the end of this event, so stick around and we'll be able to participate in that. But Beyond Our Site Q&A is absolutely our favorite, and Paloma, if you want to tell them why, I could talk all day, but I'm not used to it.
Sure. The Q&A is actually a moment where we actually open up and allow everyone to ask a question, anything that comes to mind when it comes to the insider world. We get questions very simple, but again, very deep. And actually, like I mentioned before, this is the moment of reality. So everybody has a moment where they get information, but also, I guess, all their curiosities about the insider world, they actually have the option to receive, an answer, an idea of how we do certain things.
And in case you might be wondering about the scope or the different types of questions that I've got a very short clip that's going to give, in no time at all, a good idea of what types of questions you could possibly ask at your Beyond Our Site event. So let's take a look.
How do you light your barbecue?
Because you had the first 31 years of your life with sight, what was the hardest thing to get used to?
Did you actually watch movies or try to watch movies?
Is it noticeably different that you are now able to hear things that in the past you were able to hear?
What activities are you afraid to do or are most concerned about doing?
Mark, do you use any kind of an aid? Do you have a guide dog or do you use a walking stick or anything?
How do you do grocery shopping?
I want to know how you make coffee.
I do love that final question. what we believe really makes this the culmination of the event is the multiple segments leading up to it, the aha moments, the communication between our participants, our hosts, and your teams really builds a kind of trust that makes these types of questions available, make somebody feel safe in order to ask and to answer. So this is one of the segments that we love to include in every one of our programs. And we've been doing these programs all over the world for a whole bunch of different folks. Now, Paloma, you and I don't always get paired up to do all the same events. So remind me, what are some of the events, some of the incredible teams that we're working with that you've had the opportunity to answer those questions for?
Sure, definitely. Who can forget the times we worked with Bloomberg, Facebook, Google, IBM, Microsoft, and we've even done events for Stryker, which is an international company, which I thought was really interesting, but not as interesting as the fundraiser we were able to do. So Ryan, would you like to share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I was really happy to be able to coordinate with a group of researchers hoping to completely cure a rare form of blindness called gyrate atrophy. And Beyond Our Sight was a centerpiece for a fundraising organization where we raised, that group raised $70,000. And we were just very happy to help. And we've had some incredible work with Eli Lilly, and just an incredible amount of groups that we're working with, and we're integrated into part of the Duke School of Leadership, Paloma. This is part of our one of our new programs, involves us being a part of their leadership education program. So Beyond Our Sight really fits into a lot of different categories for a lot of different people because we reach so many different goals. But at Beyond Our Sight, as we've described, the importance is that this is a live program. We like to make sure that we are connecting with our audience, and you will all, those in attendance, have an opportunity to connect with us. You should see that there's a Q&A button at the bottom. So if you want to prepare to ask some questions, hopefully we'll have some time to answer them towards the end of our program. Once again, those who are just joining us, I want to thank everybody for coming, but I would like to take a moment very soon to do a quick summary. I know that some folks are just getting here, so I would like to show what we've discussed and go through the main points about what makes Beyond Our Sight unique and how it can help your teams. What Beyond Our Sight is it's a live experience that's empathy-based. What you've been seeing today has been a description of the events as they are presented virtually. As we began last year, we were doing our events on Zoom, which we've mentioned, but also Teams, Meets, any platform that you imagine. We perform these either hybrid, and we have in-person programs planned as well. All of our programs are performed by our clients, by your audience, by your teams without the use of their vision. Each one is hosted by one of our incredible blind or visually impaired hosts, some of whom you've been introduced to today. We get the question a lot about who are our clients. The short answer is anyone working as a team. This can work for an HR team, for communication, or onboarding procedures. This works for sales or operations. We can find a reason to fit for any goal because each experience is customized. When you sign up for a Beyond Our Sight event, we'll have the opportunity to make sure that we tailor the event so that it meets your needs. And this can work for whether you have a small group, anywhere from 4, or a large group, anywhere up to 4,000. The experiences are typically 60 minutes to 90 minutes, and the cost depends on the customization options, but we're looking anywhere from $45 per person to $100 per person. But Beyond Our Sight always makes sure to stay affordable and work within your team's budget. So let us know your needs. What do you get for all of this? The Beyond Our Sight experience brings a whole lot of things to the table, but the things I want to bring to your attention is, first and foremost, this is a team building activity at the end of the day, which includes a lot of skill development, diversity and inclusion measures. We remain cost effective and scalable while meeting demands for corporate social responsibility and providing disability awareness. However, what we believe makes Beyond Our Sight really, really stand out is that we can do all of this while being a lot of fun. folks that we have in our events have a great time. And this is a great way for, particularly for people who want to combat virtual fatigue. This is an online meeting that people are going to laugh about and talk about and really have a good time with. So we'll put this screen up again in just a moment, but you can write us today. We'd love to customize your event. We'd love to talk to you about how we can make Beyond Our Site fit your needs. You can write to info@beyondoursite.net, or you can give us a call to 714-794-8254, and we'll put this back up in a moment. But Paloma, we're reaching the end of our time, but it wouldn't be a Beyond Our Site event without some interaction. So I'm going to invite our attendees to use the question and answer form at the bottom. In the meantime, we will talk about your final take. Paloma, I'd like you to make sure that you get a chance to say goodbye to these fine folks for joining us, and thank you for taking time out of your busy day to learn a little bit about a program that I'm extremely proud about.
Well, all I have to say is, I guess, say goodbye to the lectures. Go ahead and try this new, unique virtual interactive program, which has meaning to it. It has a purpose. You get the opportunity to bond with your coworkers, work as a team, and at the same time, learn a little bit about blind awareness. I love what I do, and I'm pretty sure you guys will love the program as well. So I invite all of y'all to book your program today and don't miss out on the great opportunity of going beyond your site. Thank you.
Well, we have just another moment. I'm still looking for some questions, and if there are none, this is great. But we could leave you with a final segment that demonstrates the incredible feedback that your customers, your clients, your teams, you could perhaps have by experiencing the Beyond Our Site program for yourself. So one more time, let's go ahead, take a look at a short video and sit back and see what kinds of words we end up with as our final feedback. Let's take a look.
Hard. It's humbling.
This is really unfamiliar to me.
Calming. Unique.
It's off balance.
Informative. Challenging.
Difficult.
Different.
It's happy. This was fun.
I'm surprised. Pleasantly surprised.
Interesting. The experience was cool.
Very enlightening.
Eye-opening.
Engaging. Inspiring.
It was fascinating.
This is to give you an idea of some of the reactions that we get. And folks, we're almost towards the end of our scheduled time. We know that everybody's got a really busy schedule, but we'd like to take the time to make sure we answer at least one question live. We've got a question that just came in, and Paloma, this one's for you. Is Braille, this is a fantastic one, is Braille commonly used or has it become obsolete due to audiobooks?
Actually, it varies depending on the person. A lot of people still use Braille, of course, to read. And I do have to say it's awesome to have the accessibility to audiobooks, which make it, I guess, more comfortable instead of, because if you were to realize a book, what it feels like when it's in Braille, it's huge. It could be from regularly it could be a 20 page book. And when it's in Braille, it could turn into 100 pages. But audiobooks, I love them and they're great. And I guess a lot of us nowadays do feel more comfortable just listening to an audiobook.
Fantastic. Well, this is an example of the type of question that we'd love to hear more of. We'd love for you to get in touch with us and allow our incredible team to bring their experience, their perspective, and their wisdom to your teams. We can stay to answer a few more questions, but we understand that everybody's taken time out of it's a very busy day, we understand. But on behalf of myself and our whole team who's very much wishing to meet you, thank you very much. And I'm very honored to have had the opportunity to get to talk about one of my favorite things to talk about is our work with Beyond Our Site. So make sure to get in touch with us. Book your event. You can write to info@BeyondOurSite. I'm bringing this back up on the screen. You can write to us at info@BeyondOurSite2. Book your event. we'd love to talk to you about how we can customize it, make this a program that fits for you and your team. So Paloma, if you wish to say goodbye one last time.
Sure. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today, and hope to hear from you guys soon.
Thank you so very much, everyone.